again. Oh, I'm going to try to do something else for preseason conditioning. Maybe just some yoga. I like to tip my feet back and forth in my yoga and feel the pressures transfer right through the center of the arch. Just another way to create some muscle intelligence, I guess, to work together in time at different ranges of motion. Just follow along at your own level. Mind your pain. So I'm tipping my feet to the right, getting a stretch in my groin. Left leg is very straight. I'm on the ball mounds of this nice bench of my foot, the pinky toe side of my foot. I'm trying to balance, find where I'm balanced between the heel and the pinky toe mound. My big toe ball mound is up off the floor. And the opposite's going on over here. Big toe ball mound is strong, engaged, balancing the pressure between it and the heel, the inner heel ball mound. And then I'm rolling and bending my knee to move to a side, keeping those pressures balanced, front and back. And then I'm just finding a stretch. I'm studying my own body. It's going to be different for your body. Okay, just work on posture, not arching the back. It's a lot of adjustment. It's easy to move off. I moved to the front of this foot when I came over to the other side and had to make an adjustment. You can see it in the mirror. Trying to keep my belly off my hip. Pull up my belly into my rib cage. Keep space in this hip. All while trying to keep pressure balanced between the arch and the foot at every range. So the hip has to come forward as I come up, and I bring my hips forward. I feel my old man hips. Okay, I'm pressing my feet down into the floor, like I'm trying to close my legs. Okay, like I'm trying to close my legs. I'm flexing my glutes, keeping my belly tucked up in. Just exploring. That's really what it is. Just explore. Yoga of skiing. Mindful of those pressures, balanced through the arch, transferring smoothly to the feet. Not heel, not too much toe, but right through. Still trying to push my feet into the ground. It gives structure up in your pelvis. Engaging and gripping some muscles. Just go as far as you can. Explore. Breathing deeply gives a stretch deep in the joints. I've been studying my back angle on these. As I get into a deeper squat, to get my back angle to match this is really hard. It's easier. My knees are up forward. It's something we look for in skiing for balance. Keep working these with me. They're just a little easier, they're not so widespread. But study the back. I don't know if you can do a mirror. My back angle, the same as my shin angle. It's pretty close. But as I go deeper, to keep my balance, I have to be more, I feel like most of my weight's on my heels. And that's because the knees really are supposed to not be able to go further forward than the toes. If I put my knees further forward, I can get that back angle to match. And then as I come up, come a little closer together. Okay, so we're looking at matching the back angle in our squats. And looking at my own training videos, I've noticed that I've been bent over more. Kind of interesting, huh? So, as I go lower, I've got a range of motion. I want to see that back angle, but my shin angle stops moving forward about there. Because my ankles won't bend any further. Okay? And you can see I'm matched. I come up, and by the time the knee is fully extended, the hip should be fully extended. Okay? And if we slowly come down and watch that angle, it's going to be at the point where my knees, now my knees are flexed out. I can't pull my ankles any tighter. But if I put weight on them, and see, they don't move much more. So we have to study that. How does that work in skiing? If we take a really big, we got moguls working in this range where we're really efficiently balanced. And then we hit something and we have to come down, go boom, and compress. Now your back angle is more than the shin angle, right? But I'm balanced over my feet. Okay? Which is far more critical to be able to fire and keep those feet under and be hips extended at the same time the knees extend. Okay, so that's really important. And what happens, I believe, a lot is when we hit those hits, we go boom, and then we do this. And then we hit the next one, and oh shit, we're out of position, okay? So there's your teaching moment. So we train this skier squat. We keep the back angles right, and we're most efficiently when we're operating in that zone where these angles match. Okay, but once we max out the knee movement forward through all the pressures, then something's got to give. The upper body's going to give. We're going to counterbalance with our arms. Boom. And then when we come back up, do these with me. Okay, my knees are a little tipped to the side. When we come back up, it's firing with the glutes and making sure that by the time we get full extended, the hips are full extended. It's a lot of work. Okay, so we're coming down. We know, we see that back angle thing. We're keeping that back angle good, good, good until our knees max out. When we hit something, and oftentimes it's go boom if you're out of control or you're in the trees or you're moving just dynamically. It's not all racing. We're bouncing, moving, being able to jive, and to get those hips under is super important because we want our ski angle to be pushing our upper body forward to the inside, whichever way it's set. Okay, so we gotta get those hips, and you'll feel some pressure on the toes, pushing back, making a surface, making sure that platform is there. Flex, we flex, we get the hips extended, and come around. Stay with me on these. Take a break if you need to. And then we're coming down to this side here, okay? Trying to keep our back angle, but there's a point where I just can't get any more angle. My knees won't go further. And we're supposed to I think we're supposed to stop at our toes. Let's think about that. Hold the tuck, knees behind the toes. So you're at a height where you haven't lost the back angle, shin angle. Oh my Lord. Step back and forth on that. Let's kind of lock into our senses where it is, each one of us individually, that we stop losing the back angle to the shins. How low can you go? Roll the knees back and forth across. Stay with me on these. You don't have to be flexed all the way. This is where you're burning. You feel the heat, but you're able to sustain some movement with me. All right? Back angle. This is definitely the wrong angles. Look at this. That's a tired guy. Okay? We want to get those angles matched. Okay, so the chest is generally just going to be up. And we're going to feel our pressures through our feet. You don't have to look in the mirror to see if you have it set, if the pressures are there and your chest is up. Okay, so we'll come up a little higher. Just a little bit out of that zone where you can't tolerate the squat anymore. Stay upright, find those pressures. And turn your knees to the side. Find balance. Where is that? Where's that balance? Right between the arch. Okay, and does this foot come up and down? Equal pressure on a flexed foot. Okay, good strong foot, flex to the terrain. Oh, and come up. Okay, and come down a little bit on this one. Balance pressure, rotate the knees. And this foot should be able to come up and down on a nice flat foot, a foot that matches the terrain. Strong. Okay, and then when I move over to it, I'll immediately have balance. Fore and aft, because my hip was in position. Okay, so these are just fundamental things for these skier squats. Legs parallel. Okay, this hip over that foot, averaged between the bent and the knee. It's going to be right down through there. So when I move to that foot, I don't have to make an adjustment like this. Okay, it's there. Okay, stay with me, keep these bent. This is enough heat to really create some intelligence in our legs. Okay, back to this weight. Roll to the side of this one, move. Just feel that go back and forth. Now we're going to move to this leg and we're going to extend and bring the hips forward. Okay, so the ski is pushing me. Okay, it's going to feel like the leg's going to end up back behind you. And then we've rotated it here and we're staying on this leg. Staying on this leg as it takes the pressures, as we weight it, as we get heavy on it. And we shape out the apex and we're going through the finishing phase of the turn. Heels getting in the way, we're finishing out, we're flexed. Now our weight starts to transfer. Am I in line? Is this ready to take this transfer and release this side? Up, balanced, balanced, okay? So the hip has to move with it. If I come down it, I'm there. Boom. If I hit bumps, I'm always there. I'm always there. I can get back. I have it for help. Okay, so hold that for a minute. See where your hip is. See where your arms end up. Chest. We're starting to make this new turn. My chest is already to the inside because I finished here. I transferred my lower body movements. My chest is there. It's ahead of the ski. Stay with me. Balance on that. So as that extends, we're going to have all that weight growing and growing through that extension. And the power down here, finished phase of the turn. Boom. I hit the next powder turn. Okay, it's kind of like that. Let's close out with a squat here with me. This is like a tuck squat. Trying to create space in the hips, balanced pressures on the feet, front to back, on the ball mounds of our feet, kind of like a tripod. A little back and forth. This would be the move of a tucking squat or a tucking turn. So in a tuck turn, we hold a tuck down here, we balance those pressures through our ski, and we just roll. Feel your heel. Take some of that. Feel the pressures massage across the heel. Something like that. Okay, so take those ideas to skiing. The best way to take it to skiing is to hire a private instructor at your local resort. And if you're working with me, let's have a lesson on snow and we'll apply all this. And my hope is that your gains exceed your expectations. All right, peace.